This is Casey with Bass Pro Outdoors, and today we're on a lake we haven't been to in over a year, and we're just going to try to break it down and take what the lake will give us. So we're going to start on some rocks, and they're actually deep, but they come up shallow, and there should be some weed growth up on the shallowest part. We're going to throw a jig. Let's just see if we can get a feeling for what these fish are doing. And a little weed clump out on this flat. And got a largemouth right away, so hopefully we can build on that. Not a giant, but it might be a starting point. There we got up into the weeds. There, get us out of here. I was fishing the edge and I was fishing the rocks. But I got up into the weeds in the first cast. That fish blitzed it. You can see there on Mega Live, 808, all the weeds, 12 feet of water. They come up pretty high. There's pockets. Now I'm picking it off the bottom. So that's 3 fish. Once I got up into these shallower, well, they're not really shallow, but it's thicker weeds. 3 fish is usually a pretty good sign that you're onto something. They're all on this 3/8 ounce green pumpkin AT jig, green pumpkin chunk. We're just letting it hit the bottom and they're pouncing on it. I got this Tatula Elite 7.1 reel. Got this Destroyer Full Metal Jacket jig rod from Mega Bass. 40-pound braid. Right on the edge of the weeds. Got those rocks. You can see it on 360. Fish number 4 out on this weed flat. They're nice quality fish, and they're basically hitting it. If you hit the right spot, they hit it right when it hits the bottom. We'll keep throwing that jig around here and see if we can keep putting some fish in the boat. Here's a look at that jig. That one caught me off guard, so I was looking at a big rock on the other side of the boat. But I'll take it. We got a great inside weed line here with some wood laying on the bare spots. So we're gonna poke around and throw that jig around the wood and then into the pockets in the weeds and see if we can get some fish. Oh. That fish came and grabbed it again. Okay, that's the first piece of wood shallow we threw to, and it resulted in a fish. So let's build on that. This one here is right on the side of a point on the drop off. I was on the base of some wood. That's a nice fish right there. Oh, that is a chunk. There's another one following it too. Oh, look at that. That AT jig up through the top of the mouth. It's a solid fish. Oh boy. There's another good one. Just fishing that edge. Oh. That fish is right in that lay down. We'll go take a look at it here. Quality, thick fish right there. Nice chunk. AT right through the top of the head. There's that tree that we were just fishing. Oh, and there's that fish coming to see us. Oh, two fish. Oh, you might see that jig. Oh, you got it. Oh, I saw that. Holy smokes. There's one swimming with it. They were on that piece of wood we saw on the 360, but they actually started to come towards the boat because they heard us. This jig's been getting wrecked in deep water, mid-range. Moved up shallow, and the bite's going nuts up here too. It's a good time to be out on the water. Right through the snout. Jig's getting tore up. Fun day on the water so far. Oh. Boy, that one I was picking up the cast again. I wasn't watching. And it actually grabbed my jig and swam towards me. I had no idea it was on. Put the raptors down to hold us so we don't go over where he was. He swam back out. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there he was. There he was. There he was. Oh, shoot. There he is again. Two fish. There, got him. Thankfully, he gave me a couple chances because I didn't do a good job on those first ones. Nice fish. Multiple chances, but I took advantage of it. If you miss a fish, get your line back in there. A lot of times I put a follow-up lure in there, but he kept hitting that jig, and I wanted to get a good hook set on him with that, so. Oh, is that crazy? Did you just see that? I threw my jig over the side of the boat, and another fish hit. Does that count as a double? Just gonna take a second here to catch my breath and kind of go over a quick recap of what we've found so far. Started out deep, got a fish on the first spot, got in that cabbage flat, and there was actually quite a few fish there, but instead of staying there, I wanted to try shallow too, just to test it. Right now we're coming along the edge of deeper wood and shallow wood, and we're just casting in front of the boat with that AT jig, 3/8 ounce plastic chunk, and so far the bite's pretty insane. It's about as fun as you can get for a jig bite. So instead of changing much right now, we're just going to keep working that edge and casting to any wood we can find and setting the hook on more fish. Back. For a second I wasn't sure if I had weeds or what. I guess it pays if you're not sure, just let your jig back to the bottom. That thing rocketed back and hammered it. Short, stout fish. The one that just missed our jig. We went back in there and got a second chance. I like fish that give you second chances. There's another one. This one's got a big old black mark on top of his head. Back to back stud fish. Another one that gave me a second chance. I'm not sure what's going on. They're picking up and running with it. They don't quite have it. They're just grabbing the back end and running. Oh, it's a big one. Thanks for spending the day on the water with me as we threw that AT jig and targeted stumps and laydowns up shallow and just put a beating on these fish. 3/8 ounce AT jig, plastic chunk, 40-pound braid, medium heavy rod. Get up shallow and jack on some fish.